That was a fun one, wasn't it? Barcelona defeat Athletic Bilbao 2-0, and they performed incredibly well. And funny enough, this was a much better performance than what we saw against Elche, particularly that second half, which was underwhelming in my opinion. But this was great, guys. This was everything that Hansi Flick wants to see when his team plays. And yes, the only frustration of the day is not putting more chances away, because this was a game to win 5-6-0, because we had plenty of chances, but we ran into Unai Simon, who was on his day, because even some of the offsides goals that saves that he had were spectacular, right? And we lacked a bit more of precision and accuracy and even final decision making at times in the final third. But regardless, we generated them and we dominated the game all at our will. And that is great stuff. The aggression, the intensity, the way they recovered balls quickly. I said in my short form content, I can't pick an MVP. And that's because everyone played well. Genuinely put, everyone played well. And that's all credit to Hansi Flick, because Hansi Flick has developed a squad with Deco to sign the depth that we needed desperately and the profiles that are according to his style of play. And I am so happy with that performance. Let's start with the starting lineup. Again, John Garcia in goal, Xavi Espart at left back. Xavi Espart, once again, operating kind of as a pseudo left back that tucks into the middle and starts link up play and progresses the ball forward very well. Very concentrated, is able to make the right decisions. Hansi Flick says that he is surprised with how good Xavi Espart is playing, and so am I. And I think that is the same sentiment across the board with the fans, because Xavi Espart is putting in serious shifts in a position that isn't even his. That's, man, lovely stuff from Xavi Espart. At the center back position, we had Gerard Martin. Gerard Martin, who was a little clumsy. He had a couple of semi-whiffed clearances / controls that were dangerous, that could have led to goals. It eventually led to a yellow by Xavi Espart having to take down, I believe it was Iñaki Williams there. But again, cleaned it up, was poised and controlled, and had a good game. Pau Cubarsí, whenever he goes undetected, unnoticed, that means he's playing well. Crashing into his forward, being imposing in those duels from a defensive standpoint and progressing the ball like he always does. Star-studded. Eddie Garcia having a bit of difficulties going forward, but ultimately still making the proper decisions going forward. Everyone, the back line as a whole, being concentrated, deploying the offside trap incredibly well. The high line, Eddie Garcia still managing to progress the ball forward and putting in a respectable shift at the right back position. In midfield, Marc Bernal, Pedri. Marc Bernal, once again, imposing himself physically. That's what I really appreciated about this game with Marc Bernal, because he was starting to bully dudes out there. You know, there was a disputed duel that he had with, I can't remember who exactly, but he shoves them off the ball and he powers through with great acceleration and progresses the ball forward. And that's what I want to see out of Marc Bernal. Marc Bernal operating very well, being the first progressive ball carrier from the line of defense and moving forward. Just a remarkable job in my opinion. And Pedri, my goodness, Pedri. Pedri in the Barcelona context, in the Barcelona scope, is everything that makes sense in a Barca-coded midfielder. Because today, I said it in my short form content, he controlled time and space and bent it to his will. Just take a look at that pass that he gives Raphinha. Finally, someone that puts Pedri's assist into the back of the net, because that was a lovely through ball that he gives Raphinha. And man, Pedri was just standing the dictating play. Bow, bow, bow. And you saw that at some point, even Hansi Flick, probably the biggest gripe that I've had with Pedri as of late is his lack of verticality and aggression. But you saw Hansi Flick telling him, hey, vertical. If you see that through ball with someone, play it. And he was playing them today. It was great to see. At some point, I remember he raised his hands up like this. He was like, calma. Boom, sent Lamine Yamal on through. Lamine Yamal, who isn't able, it's the one where he takes the bigger touch than he needed and ends up in Unai Simon's hands. But man, he is so dangerous in playing those balls into our attackers. It's remarkable. Fermin, off the turn is lovely. And pressing, relentless work rate that he has is so good. And he's making that step forward, feeling more of a leader in this team, feeding the team energetically. And he is going to be a problem this season. That makes 3 goals in 2 games for him. And this game, it didn't come from a natural play position. It came from that poacher's instinct that he has, because he has an eye for a goal. And the rebound lands to him and he puts it away. Off the left, Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon. The understanding of what is asked from him in that position is everything I want to see at that position. If you want to understand why we spent 80 million on Anthony Gordon, watch him and him alone and every touch that he took in this game. He is a baby Raphinha. He's like a younger Raphinha. That's exactly why we needed him. Because besides the work rate, besides the speed, besides the aggression that he has an understanding of the game. He makes the right decisions every time, and he doesn't disrupt the flow. He continues the flow, and he gives it sense. Whether if it's an attack to the space in a timely manner, whether it's link-up play, and he will take you on if you give him the opportunity to do so, because the team generates that time and space for him to be isolated 1v1 in an advantageous position for him to use his speed to be his man. And we saw that today. And also his link-up play was very good, very orderly. It wasn't disruptive at all to the style of play. And that's everything that I'm asking of Anthony Gordon. And this is exactly what I want to see from Anthony Gordon. That is a lovely performance. And it's a shame that he wasn't able to get his goal. I know he was frustrated with the Lamine Yamal that was a bit antsy in his decision-making, wanting to get his goal off. But either way, wonderful performance by Anthony Gordon. I am loving it. Who else? Rafa. Leader, Raphinha. Captain Raphinha. The way he looks like he's about to shake off at a track meet every time the goalie kicks off. Pressing, relentless on the work, on the press, aggressive, leading the line, coordinating everyone on the press, incessant running, tracking back, getting on his man, dropping deep, interchanging with Fermin when the time calls for it, running into space and making the dimes in behind to be found on the attack where he can generate danger on the opposition box. And today, showing off the confidence, the swagger, the poise that he has and his talent, because he is still a very talented player. And the way he ball rolled Unai Simon there was nothing short of lovely, because he sent that boy flying. You can come here, boy. You not puts it in the back of the net, makes it 1-0 for us when we needed it the most, because we were generating so many chances, but weren't being able to just put them away. But we did in that one, and I thought it was going to open the floodgates, but we only got one more, thankfully. Lamine Yamal. He's been under some criticism by people that love to over dramatize and watch his every move and count the hairs on his beard and sniff and everywhere that he sits. Calma. Calma. Barcelona fan. If you're a Barcelona fan, I'm speaking to you. Calm down. Breathe. What did Paraguay say? Calma when it comes to Lamine Yamal, because we all know how this ends. Lamine Yamal, MVP of the league, MVP of the month, and with Lamine getting his. And today, the GA didn't come, but that second half was everything that Prime Lamine is. Taking on his man, humiliating his man with that nutmeg that he had off the turn, who has to tug at him because or else he was going to get embarrassed, and he still got put on a highlight reel regardless. Generating play, both off the pass, off the dribble, runs, finding players in behind, you name it. Yes, he had one to Gordon that he could have laid off, but it's just that first half he had some of that anxiousness, that desire to get his goal or assist, that save that he had. You saw him giving Unai Simon his kudos because Unai Simon decided to save everything and anything today. He was a bit frustrated not being able to get his, but at the end, he felt loose. This is a guy that started training, maybe a week and a half ago. He's catching his rhythm. he's catching his rhythm, and he's gonna get the ball rolling eventually. Played on 90 minutes, has played the most minutes out of all the World Cup starters because he is our guy. We need him, our best player. And as far as magic displayed and number of times I got off my feet, the guy that wowed me the most today, obviously, Lamine Yamal. The GA will come, the performances will come. Show love to the player because this guy is going to deliver each and every single time. And the faces, the pouty, yeah, all right. Stop over analyzing every little thing and let the kid breathe and support him. Show him love because that's the true person that deserves all of our love and support because he is going to deliver on the other side of that. Calma. Calma. Today, off the bench, Dani Olmo coming in, and I'm loving what I'm seeing every time Dani Olmo and Fermin play together. That interchangeability between both of them. Once again, being on full display. A Rodri debut that goes unnoticed because he didn't have to do much. Why? Because the team was functioning like clockwork. And whenever he did have a pass, everyone else was where they needed to be, and he found them. Nothing, just fit like a glove. Did look like he was getting his first couple minutes in, didn't have to run much because everything was flowing, free flowing as it should, like clockwork. Adeyemi coming off the bench incredibly well. Also had a very, very good cameo. Leading his playmaking off that left-hand side was what led to the eventual goal of Fermin. And once again, things looking good. You know, the first half a bit erratic from everyone. I think that was embodied that not from everyone, actually just from Lamine Yamal. So we're struggling to find finish like that, having that that oomph when it comes in front of goal. And when it comes to being in front of goal, but eventually we caught our stride. The intensity was there, the aggression was there, the concentration, all the game long was just simply remarkable. And obviously we could have had chances to put away a whole lot more. I think Lamine Yamal had a couple of shots that weren't necessarily going. He hit the woodwork at some point as well. Could have found Gordon, but didn't. But regardless, I think everyone performed up to the standards of this football club. And these performances like today, I'll take that every day of the week because this is the path to winning titles, being competitive, and competing for every single trophy. But yeah, that's it, guys. Honestly, incredibly impressed. But you guys let me know in the comment section what you guys made of the game. Who is your MVP? For me personally, it's Hansi Flick for sculpting this squad. Oh my goodness, the options that we have coming off the bench. Dani Olmo, Rodri, Cancelo, Kunde. Oh, guys, we have the depth. We have the squad needed, and we have guys that can come in and compete for the starting positions, maintaining that competitive tension. And if there's anyone that has a drop off, there's plenty of guys coming off the bench that want to take your spot. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. Shout out Deco for sculpting the squad, and I hope everyone continues to perform that the way that they did today. But my personal MVP, Hansi Flick, for making this team perform the way that they did today. But you guys, let me know. Who was your MVP of the day? What'd you like of today? What you didn't like? And if you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.